All right, so we're making gumbo today. And what's the hard part?
Making the roux, getting it right. That's the hard part. So my name is Mary Davenport. I lived in the bayous of southern Louisiana for many, many years. My mom was a Cajun woman and my dad was one of them Yankees with an expletive in front of it.
Which expletive?
Damn Yankee. And my dad always said that his tongue came alive when he met my mom and tasted the first pot of boiled crabs. And so gumbo was one of the staples of our diet there and was part of our Thanksgiving.
So I'm the sous chef today. I'm Chris Rico and I'm Mary's son.
So what you want to do is get everything chopped up before you start your roux, because you're going to get your vegetables and your meat and all of that ready. You're going to make your roux, turn off the heat and throw everything into the roux, stir it around so the flavor gets on things. So we got some chopping to do.
All right.
Let's get chopping.
Let's get chopping.
Some onions. That's the sound you want to hear on a good one. A fresh pepper. Huh? From the garden. And though they look like jalapenos, they're just small versions of sweet. I'm gonna put this in here and look. I like not as many peppers as I do onions.
Okay, so we've got in here, we've got our onions, we've got our celery, and we've got some garlic hiding in there. About three cloves of garlic.
And this is what we were saying about the garlic, to put it in a press and squeeze it through, because you get smaller pieces, more flavor juice releases from it. And then to drive my son crazy, scrape the blade of the knife across there. This is your Grandma Phyllis's cooking spoon.
I feel like I've seen it.
I bet you have. It's been in my right hand for as many years as you've been alive.
Do you put it through the dishwasher?
I do. If it can't go in the dishwasher, it can't live here. I think I want to put the vegetables and then drop the andouille and then the chicken.
Okay, so it should be separate.
Yeah. Andouille sausage. Disappointingly not spicy. That's a lot of sausage.
2 pounds?
Yep. Yeah, that's good. It's easy to handle. It's not overcooked.
What would you say? Those are 1/2 inch thick, about 1 inch wide?
Yeah. Like I said, to fit into a spoon. It's right back in here. A friend of mine told me that the ability to cook rice is the sign of an Iranian cook, a Persian cook. That the way you cook your rice tells all about who you are. And so making your roux is the same for a Cajun cook. So we're gonna do equal parts, 3/4 cup of olive oil and 3/4 cup of flour.
Kate says she likes your dad's gumbo better than yours.
Oh, she loves his. That's funny. I don't like my dad's because it was too, well, I didn't not like it. I preferred a little bit thinner. So this is just stir the flour around a little bit with the heat under it.
So we're toasting the flour.
Basically. So that's 3/4 of each, the flour and the oil.
And we're on medium heat, medium low heat, medium high.
This is medium high to get it started. So the color that we're looking for is to get this to milk chocolate.
How long do you expect this to take for the roux?
15 minutes. Thank you. Yeah? What do you think? Do you like gumbo? You want some chicken gumbo? What? Yeah? You rotate your pan so you don't miss scraping the flour off, because if you do, some of it will burn while the other is browning. Like growing up, this was the base to put. If you had some ducks, you used duck, not chicken. If you had some crabs, you used crabs or shrimp. So it was really kind of a base for making a soup with whatever you had around the house. See where I take my spoon and I drag it? See the flour coming out?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want to see happen. It's going to get more and more coming out. This is an act of love. It's coming. You see the color changing. And
What would you call that color? Skin. It's like it's like a latte.
haha, yeah, that's a good color description.
Now we're moving towards cafe au lait, and I can see it's smoky.
Yep, and you saw, well, that's what you're going for, right? That smoky flavor in this. I've never been able to do it fast. I always feel like I get it not evenly done if I try and go too fast.
So from probably like 12 minutes to, I think we're about 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was a guess when I told you 15 minutes. I don't know how long I do it. I do it till it's done.
12 was when we started seeing the color change. So what is the consistency doing?
Maybe you say a little darker for the roux?
Yeah, a little darker, yeah?
I think so.
Okay, we're in about 20 minutes.
I guess I take longer than 15. I don't want to burn it on the video. I think we're close.
How do you know if you've gone too far?
Oh, if you smell it, it smells burnt. I think we have arrived, because now I feel like we're dark brown. See, because this is the other thing, is you still got this cooking. I'm reaching over you. Get ready. Here comes the sizzle.
Oh, it smells amazing. It smells like stir fry.
Sure, it is stir fry. I'm going to grab the andouille now.
Okay.
A bit of water from the chicken earlier. Okay, now.
So is it sensitive how you do this part?
You know, this is a question people have asked me. Do you put your water in cold or do you put your water in hot? And I probably should pay more attention. This was like a little more than one. Sometimes, Chris, the oil separates back out of it. And I don't know what causes that.
Is that happening here?
No, this is going to be good, I think. I think it's when you use cold water. Okay, let that come up to a boil. I'm not going to put the chicken in until it gets boiled up a little bit, because then I want to overcook the chicken. Aha.
Browning and something sauce?
Browning and seasoning sauce. Like I said, some of the best gumbo makers I know use that to finish it off. And what this needs to do is come to a boil and simmer for 20 minutes or so that the flavors get through, and then I can adjust whatever. And this is where Kate says mine's too watery. We're making us some rice.
I rarely remember to rinse my rice. What difference does it make?
I think the texture of your rice comes out fluffier when you rinse it. We say, Jujus. We say, Jujus.
Need salt.
Absolutely. the answer to all your cooking needs.
Sasheries, huh?
Yeah. Well, it just gets you that little heat and the little salt that I'm looking for right now. I want to wait till the vegetables get a little more tender, then I'll dump the chicken in. Look at that. Just some shrimp.
Okay.
You want to toss some in when we're ready to eat?
Yeah, let's split it out so Dad can have his without it.
Okay. Well, I don't have a lot of shrimp, so we'll take the little pot.
All right, reenactment. What are we doing?
We're pouring the chicken into the soup, into the gumbo. Because the vegetables are tender now, the andouille is being cooked a little bit, so we'll let the chicken finish its cooking and let everybody's flavors come together.
We're probably about, 55 minutes, an hour into the total prep time?
Probably.
Does it have to reduce, or do we have to season it, or?
I was going to let the chicken cook for 5 minutes, because remember, it was mostly cooked.
Is that salty?
A little bit, yeah. Now put the chicken in, it still hasn't come up to a boil though. It all needs a little time to... Should we put some in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to drain the water off though. Alexa, stop timer. Put this over here. And the gumbo is almost ready, and the way that I know that is every pot in the kitchen is now dirty. Oh my gosh, this must be smelling so good to her that she just wants to go. I know.
How long do you need for the shrimp?
Let it come up to a boil and it's ready.
Is it done?
It's done. Now it sits, you can eat it now, or you can eat it tonight, and you can eat it tomorrow, and every time, especially tomorrow, it's going to have, the flavors are going to be more melded and that much better. But after all this cooking, I worked up an appetite.
Mm-hmm.
How much liquid? More liquid?
Yeah. How much of this did you use? You were thinking like a tablespoon for the whole gumbo?
Yeah.
I'm going to try it.
All right.
Does this stuff have salt in it?
A little.
Yeah, I think that stuff is good. It does have salt. What do you say? Does it make it better?
I think it does. I still feel like I want some red sauce.
Red sauce?
You know, hot sauce. Don't pain. I don't have any feeling.
What would you use for gumbo, hot sauce wise?
It would normally be Tabasco.
I'd use Crystal.
Ah, you going for the Crystal Tabasco fight, huh? Yeah, Chris, I think maybe a touch of that kitchen bouquet in the big pot is not a bad idea.